Oh, gaming video.
You are literally just all talk, bro.
Oh, be honest with me. Do you know what feels like?
Whoa. Jeez, buddy. Slow down. I'm here to stop you.
Male-dominated spaces are known for being toxic and unsafe. That goes for gaming. That goes for sports. Any male-dominated space is a bad one.
It's time for the classic debate, the oldest debate of all time. Older male gamers versus gamer women. Are all men sexist? Are the women fake gamers? The worst thing you could possibly be. This guy will be answering all of that and more. I'm gay.
Skibidi Biden! Skibidi Biden! Skibidi Biden! Joe!
Joe Biden.
Male gamers are on the menu, boys and girls. They are the topic of the time. So everybody knows Valorant. I know it is like the e-dater game where people like to meet and then have e6 on Discord or something.
You so freaky,
I know there's a lot of girls who play Valorant who are, ugly. I will say, I see these people on Twitter, making fun of women, insulting their appearance. It's very disgusting. It's very bad. But this game is at the center of the culture war. This girl named Taylor Morgan was apparently in a Valorant game and got into a little bit of trash talk with someone in the voice chat. And then he went a little crazy.
Yappa. You are literally just all talk, bro.
Oh, be honest with me.
One down. My ult's ready.
Do you know what feels like?
No, I don't actually.
Well, do you want to know?
Are you saying you're gonna rip me?
Because you're heading on the right path right now.
Are you saying you're gonna rip me?
You're going on the right path for it.
Is that what you're saying?
Toxins going up.
It's not if I like it. Is it now?
No one walks away.
Hectic. Oh.
So this happened to her, she left the game, clipped it, and then posted this tweet. I have never made a more desperate plea than what I'm about to say right now. Jesus, this is like a life-altering moment. At Riot Games, at Riot Support, I need you guys to fucking do something.
You gotta do something. You don't do nothing.
I am an incredibly strong person, and I have been streaming for a very, very long time. But absolutely nothing prepares you for someone saying this to you. These suspensions are not enough. Nothing will ever stop these men from acting this way until hardware bans go into play. They should never be able to play the game again. I know you hear us, I know you see us. If this goes unpunished, I am taking this as an active act from you. You do not give a single fuck about any of the women and minorities that play your game, and I will rally to boycott. This is just absolutely not on. It's not on. Jesus Christ, British people, bro. Now look, I want to shit on this girl, honestly. My spidey sense is tingling a little bit, but I'm gonna try not to, because actually, despite the fact that I don't like crying, I actually think that she is kind of in the right, somewhat. At the end of the day, what that guy said was fucking unhinged and out of line. There's no reason to like threaten to rip a chick on video games, right? There's just no reason to do that. And I wouldn't really feel bad for him if he got banned from Valorant for saying that. In fact, it's probably deserved. Personally, when I was younger, I played a lot of games online, and the I said and the that my friend said, the stuff strangers said to me, was way more unhinged than this clip. Because that's just how gaming trash talk was for me, especially when I was like in middle school, early high school. It didn't really emotionally affect me when somebody would be mean to me in a voice call, because I was just like a degenerate little troll. And to an extent, I still am. But if someone gets banned for saying something like this,
It's not if I like it.
I'm not really going to shed a tear over it. I'm not really going to like feel bad for that guy or defend him, right? Because at the end of the day, he threatened to girl. Like, what am I supposed to say? Base? Although he is Australian, which is code for mentally disabled, so maybe we can give him one more chance.
Someone ran into the shop and I said, what? Jump down, baby. All I had was me. I need on the
Now here she says in this statement to Riot, she says, you do not give a single F about any of the women and minorities that play your game, referring to Riot Games who made Valorant. And, well, I hate to break it to you, Taylor Morgan, but I think you're right. This is a company, they're a gaming company. Ultimately, the individuals in the company will care about, certain people, or they'll have political leanings, but the company's goal ultimately is to make the most money possible, and that's what they're gonna do. If you pose a threat to that, then they may do something about it. And because this tweet got so much attention, they responded saying they'll be looking into things. It's their top priority. But as for actual change that's gonna come in the game, I don't really know what she's expecting to happen. And as it turns out, this girl apparently knew this dude was acting sussy wussy and unmuted him for content.
Hey, gaming, bro, this guy is an asshole. This guy's an absolute asshole. Like, I'm literally the only reason I have him unmuted. The only reason I have him unmuted is for content. Like, just, oh my god.
The only reason I haven't wanted you to is for content.
And I think that's a pretty fair criticism for her, right? Like, she basically was being, talked in the game. Somebody was being mean to her. He was being an asshole. She wanted to let it happen for content. She, wanted to let it go. And then he got even crazier. And so that can be a criticism to her. But at the same time, like, no matter what the situation is, he still threatened to her, and that's not right. Like, that's kind of the bare bones basics of the situation, right? So the guy's still in the wrong. If someone threatened me in a game, I would probably just threaten them back, but different strokes for different folks, I guess. If anything, that guy should just quit playing Valorant anyway. I think he would fit in better with League of Legends players. She did him a favor. Hey, you! Yes, you have
No reds.
I can tell. Good thing I have the solution. This video is brought to you by G Fuel, the world's leading energy drink brand. They sell these little tubs of powder you can use, mix it with some water, and instantly get to work. It's got an amazing taste. It's clean, caffeinated energy that will keep you focused while watching me scream at people online for 12 hours straight. And there's 40 servings of this stuff in every little tub. Amazing value! Check out their wide array of flavors like Snow Cone, Hype Sauce, Kamehameha for all you Dragon Ball Z fans, and of course, Miami Nights for all of you Vaporwave Miami enjoyers. Sigma much? What the Sigma? Clean energy that doesn't give me jitters? Let's flipping glow! Don't be a low IQ ape. Use code BOGOTurkey right now for their BOGO sale. Buy one tub, get one completely free. Link down in the description and in the top comment. And a special thanks to G Fuel for sponsoring today's video. Gragnor here said, I'm an incredibly strong person, like that's what she said, shouldn't be followed with a story about being hurt by words. I mean, yes, it is cringe. She did get hurt by words, but realistically, I can't play like this, like I've never been bothered by anything anyone's ever said online, Sometimes if somebody makes a threat, to a YouTuber, I can understand that person being somewhat concerned because there's a big audience. You don't know who the people out there are. They could be serious about that. They could be a nut job. And the same applies for this girl. Like, you don't know that guy's intentions, So it's not like totally out of the question for her to at least get a little worked up about somebody, saying what he said to her. Like, I don't particularly like her or know her as a person, but just based on the situation, you can just say, like, honestly, it's kind of effed up. Okay, it's kind of effed up. If somebody was like, I'm going to
adios, amigo.
I might be like, oh, what's going on here, big guy? What's going on? What's up? So I think downplaying what was actually said is kind of dumb. You shouldn't be threatening to chicks, even if it's just over voice chat, okay? That being said, she is a dummy for unmuting him at all, and it seems like she was kind of baiting a reaction. So, like I said, there is a criticism to be made there, undoubtedly. Now, some people are saying things to the effect of, you are why gaming has been ruined. Fuck you. I feel like it's not that serious, and also, like, it's Valorant. Based gamers say the N-word on Fortnite anyway, so there's no need to worry about what is going on Valorant. Now, I will say, apparently this girl wants to get some kind of legal action against this guy for what he said, which is crazy. I doubt that would really, produce any results. Now, this one guy had a take that I generally resonate with when it comes to games, where he said, when I was a kid in Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, why is it always Modern Warfare 2 lobbies? What, is that the only game where people have ever, like, been edgy or something? It's always Modern Warfare 2. Kids used to tell me that they were going to my mom and my family, so I just shit on them in the game and bantered back. I don't understand how words over a microphone from a stranger can hurt someone's feelings. And in my own personal experience, I agree, but for this girl, even though she baited the response a little bit, I understand why she freaked out, Especially, I mean, let's say, we don't know this about her, but let's say there was some other girl who was like a victim of sexual assault or something. Obviously, that's going to be upsetting for that girl, right? I'm cucked now, guys. I'm sorry. I've gone woke. It's over. We lost. Now, as for what the solution to this is, I don't really know what Taylor Morgan actually wants or what her solution is, and I'm not sure if she knows what it should be either. Surely, if you report this dude with this kind of video evidence, he's going to get banned from the game, especially if you have a big Twitter following, so she's getting what she wants there. So what else do you want? Like, what is the institutional reform of Valorant that you're trying to ask for? Do you want every voice chat to be monitored by Riot staff at all times? Do you want people to be, like, screened before they enter a game to see if they're going to drop gamer words and, like, test if they're, chuddy or not? Like, what did Riot actually do wrong here? I don't really understand. They don't know this guy. He's not their little cousin Ernie who always says crazy stuff at Thanksgiving. Do we just ban all men from gaming? Is that the solution? So no man can say this? Realistically, there's not much Riot can do other than ban this guy and move the f on. And there's not much you can really expect them to do either. Look, I think when people refer to COD lobbies and the whole like, you would have last 5 seconds in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby, when people say that, right, they're just referring to trash talk in general. And back in the day, it was definitely pretty funny and way more crazy than it is now. Don't believe me? Well, just ask my scientific friend, DJ Killer Keemstar.
Actually, Felix of Golden.
I'm gonna bend your mother over my knee, shave her ass hair, roll it up in a blunt, and make you smoke it. You're gonna die, Blue, you smurf.
Like, this is just epic. I'm sorry. It was... It is epic, okay? I agree with the boys. Bring it back!
That is not normal, and that's not how the old COD days were, because I promise you, as a man, you have never had somebody throw on the basis of your gender. That doesn't happen. You can say it happens. You're lying. I'm sorry.
I don't think anyone has ever argued that people are throwing games because someone is a man. I personally have never heard that ever. But I can't lie, throwing a game because a woman is on call is funny. It just is. And that's not threatening to R-word a girl. That's just losing a game, right? Trolling people on a game, team killing, losing on purpose, and making people mad is awesome. And I wish people did it way more. And after you do that, please put it on YouTube so I can, you know, laugh once in a while. Things have been hard lately.
I don't know why that's such a common thing in the comments of my videos. You guys want to be oppressed so bad that you'll look at a man calling me a telling me he's gonna tell me to get back in the kitchen and say it's not a woman thing and say that happens to you too. It doesn't. There's a reason that historically male dominated spaces are known for being toxic and unsafe. That goes for gaming, that goes for sports. Any male dominated space is a bad one.
Look, she almost had a point in the beginning, but now she's basically just being sexist. There's nothing wrong with male-dominated spaces, just like there's nothing wrong with female-dominated spaces. Sometimes the boys like to get together away from the girls, and, you know, girls like to do it too. That's why there's like boys' night and girls' night out, right? Like they do their own things a little bit, sometimes.
That's not me being sexist. That is me saying there is an inherent issue with the way that you guys have your locker room talk that makes everybody else feel unsafe. I don't know how you could possibly find it fun to make other people feel unsafe.
Well, it really depends on what it is. Someone fearing for their life usually isn't funny if there's like a real danger or threat to them. But if they're acting irrationally, if they're delusional, if they're, you know, being kind of schizo about it, it can definitely be funny to see someone freak out. And undoubtedly there have been times when, you know, somebody is like freaking the fuck out that everybody has laughed at. And trolling someone on a game is a lot of fun, and I don't think anybody should have to like apologize for that. I mean, if you're gonna ban someone for trolling on a game, if they're constantly throwing games and it's in like competitive or whatever, like fair enough. Like you should probably ban that guy. He's gonna make a new account and come back, but you know, fair enough if you want to ban him.
No woman is asking men to make gaming a safe space with sunshine and rainbows and everything, but could you please be normal? Because I want to be able to enjoy playing the game without my life being threatened, without my body being threatened, because I'm existing as a woman. And men are the ones making it unsafe. And I do not care if you feel targeted by me saying men, or if you feel attacked by me saying men. You are part of the problem. If you feel attacked by that, you're part of the problem.
Well, maybe, just maybe, men don't like to be blanketed like this either. Imagine if I made a massive statement about how all women are bad and female-dominated spaces are evil and it's all women's fault. And if you disagree, then you're guilty of being an evil woman. You would say, hey, that's sexist, and you would probably be right. And it goes both ways with these things, it really does.
If you say just mute them, you're part of the problem. If you sit there and let them say that to me and you don't intervene, you are part of the problem.
I mean, I feel like muting and reporting them is a pretty good solution, all things considered. Like, what do you actually want to happen exactly? Do you want someone to start screaming on voice chat like, hey, man, you don't talk to my girl that way. You don't talk to my girl that way, man. Hey, that's my girl right there. Hey, buddy, heard you trash talking in a game, you know? Talking down on a woman, on a female gamer. We're inclusive now, buddy. Hey, you, heard you were trash talking a female gamer. You'll never be a real man like me. A real man would never put down a woman. A real man doesn't need to bully women to feel powerful. I'll kick your ass! That doesn't really help to de-escalate the situation at all, does it? The thing that the Australian guy wanted from Taylor Morgan was a reaction. He wanted her to get mad. He wanted it to get clipped. He wanted her to tweet about it. He wanted her to get upset about it. And, you know, he got it. I'm not saying what he's doing is right, and I'm not saying I necessarily blame Taylor for making her tweet, but he's gonna be him. He's gonna be a degenerate troll because he thinks it's funny, and you can't reach through the computer screen to stop him. Technically, he can say what he wants, and you have a right to report him and get him banned from the game if he's breaking their terms of service, or if he breaks the law. You can try to get him arrested for that if he like makes a legitimate threat. You know, you can obviously do that, but like in general, like you're gonna have a very hard time. You do realize like the guys who do this, they don't care about your opinion. Like they're not gonna listen to you. You messaging them on Discord angrily like, hey buddy, bet you feel good about trolling me today. Well, little did you know that I'm actually a strong independent female streamer and you'll always be nothing. I have everything and you have nothing. Where's your girlfriend, buddy? Ha! Yeah, thought so. You smell bad. Plus, talking that way, no woman would ever respect you. Like, that's not gonna fix the thing you have an issue with. He's just gonna clip that, and that's gonna be content for him. What you want is to own these guys on the marketplace of debate. You want your own ego to be helped by owning him and getting everyone around you to dogpile him. And that's a lot of fun. Dogpiling can be fun, but it's usually not a solution. And also, I don't feel like it's my responsibility to defend you from trash talkers in a game. I'm just gonna play Fortnite and lose 1,000 times and be happy. And that's all I want to do. I don't need to put on the shiny armor and like ride in on my stallion, on my Vosh stallion to save you from Shrek. Just send his ass back to the swamp, okay? 1, if you want to be in a community, stop trying to change that community. Well, you can try to change a community. I feel like that's not really, like, that doesn't really matter. Like, you shouldn't be surprised if people are mad at you, but like, realistically, you can try to change communities you're a part of. That's fine. 2, men in gaming get targeted for everything, including their gender. The difference is they understand it's banter and just have fun. Yeah, I mean, generally, guys like to talk each other, you know, whether it's for their voice or how they play, getting called a beta, being made fun of for my my negative canthal tilt and my recessed jawline. It's traumatizing, guys. I need therapy. 3, you have a block and mute button. True, and you should use it. Now, past this point, people started looking into this Jay Hannah, whatever the name is. Look, I'm dumb. I don't know anything. And they found some clips of her saying some kind of sussy stuff.
No, it's over, Ina. It's over. Like, if I were to have a boy, we better pray to God that he's gay. We better start indoctrinating him day 1. We have to either make him trans or make him gay. We are not having a cisgender straight son.
I mean, this is a very weird comment, but I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt despite the fact I don't like her, and assume that, you know, in the same way that I would like to say things like I would lobotomize my child if he was a furry, except I'm not joking. In the same way that I expect people to assume that I'm joking, I'll assume that she is joking and she wouldn't actually, you know, do this to a kid. I wouldn't call her a groomer, right? She could be. Maybe she's, you know, just she's dog whistling. She's hiding the truth with her jokes. But generally speaking, I think she's probably joking. She might actually be a misandrist, though. I don't think she likes men, generally speaking. So, yeah, that could be real.
I don't care if you're a man who's racist or homophobic or misogynist or anything, because I expect that out of you already. But if your balls haven't dropped yet, give it a few years before you vocalize it, because that's really embarrassing. That doesn't happen. I've honestly heard enough of straight men talking. We don't need to give them freedom of speech anymore. They've spoken enough that there's nothing else for straight men to say. We don't need to give them freedom of speech. You can say it happens. You're lying. I'm sorry. So you're duoing with a man who's not funny, which I get it. Being not funny is part of the job description of being a man. It's like the same humor of mewing. Yeah, all straight man humor. It's just like,
slow. They're
what
boring.
are we talking about? Yeah, I'm bored.
Goes this.
Men are stupid. Hope that helps. Oh, well, yes. That doesn't happen. That's your only argument? Like, you can't even form like a coherent thought past you claiming that I'm unattractive, which also has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
I kind of want to write this off as joking. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I make a lot of jokes about how women are
Super duper special.
and my audience gets that it's jokes. So hopefully her audience is the same way and she's just trolling. But that in combination where they're talking about how like male spaces need to be dismantled and how anytime men are together is bad and how she like hates cis men or cis white men. I don't know. It makes me think a little bit, you know, a little bit, just a little bit. I said men should stop threatening women, and now I have hundreds of replies and DMs that look like this. Y'all are really passionate about this, huh? I mean, the dudes that do that are freaks, undoubtedly. But generally speaking, the way the internet works is if you complain about something, then unfortunately people will do it more. And so this is like not even me being conceited. This is just a little advice for Jay Hannah if it means anything to you. I would just turn off your DM requests. That's what I've done so that you can't get stinky feet in your DMs anymore. There's no defending what these guys are doing, and they're not going to stop ultimately. Like, you can't legislate the internet to make nobody be able to say crazy stuff. At least I don't think you should. So I think what you should do ultimately is just mitigate your exposure to them. Valorant has convinced me there are more misogynistic men than there are not. I'm so fucking tired of going into a game and being doctor sexualized just because of my voice. Well, to be honest with you, if you think that video games are real life, then you need to spend more time in the real world away from your computer. And I'm saying this as the most terminally online motherfucker I know. Valorant is not real life, okay? Wake up.
Joe Biden, wake up.
Quitting. They're quitting because the fucking shit's so amazing. They're all quitting. They're scared. I punked them. I punked them.
ultimately, there are these two camps here that are warring right now, and they've been going at it for a while, and things are really mounting lately, okay, with the culture war stuff. There's the side that's like generally older male gamer types, okay, usually dudes. Some of them are younger too, and they want to go back to how it was like pre-2015. So, you know, before a lot of the social justice stuff became a big talking point in like games journalism. And then there's this new crowd. Some of them are men, some of them are women. Probably the most vocal ones are women, and they basically want a more inclusive space where people are not as mean in gaming and, you know, don't say a lot of unhinged shit. So a lot of people are looking for solutions, and thankfully, I have one. We basically need to make a game that is only appealing to men who threaten to people on voice chat. We're all going to send them there. Okay, we're all going to send them there. Everybody's going to congregate. It's going to be a fun time. There's going to be a lot of good gaming there. We'll ID people when they sign up to determine their gender. The game developer will host an annual purge type event. Okay, they're going to lobby the government so that once a year we have a purge where it's legal to take someone out if they beat you in a video game with a bat with spikes on it. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So, yeah, vote for me for president. The election's coming up pretty soon. I appreciate your cooperation and your support, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Bye.
Bye.